How you doing, people? Today I'm going to do a small, well, actually, this video probably is going to be a little longer. In reference, I'm going to explain myself how I start on the journey of home theaters. And I think my journey started quite some time. I would say roughly about 10 years or more. And the reason I say about 10 years because I used to have a home theater before. And I start in a little garage with a small screen and a small TV and a couple of speakers. And I remember I'm going to share how I started my home theater many years ago and the system that I was using during that time and how the home theater is getting progressive during time. All right. And let me go ahead and show you a little bit what I did and how things went from the beginning, about, I would say 10 years, maybe a little bit more than 10 years. I think when I started this journey was back in 2000, somewhere in 2010. And maybe some strange, but many years ago, that's where we start. And let me go ahead and show you, turn that little camera. And I start with this little system you hear right here. This is a little bowl system, okay? And have like two little speakers, and they got the little receiver thing. They control everything, and they have like a little bass, and that's when we start. And I have like a little screen, mini screen, which I show you in a short, and that is when we start the home theater back then. All right, and then from time to time, I continue researching and go for. And let me show you something else. What we did. This one was one part of it. Okay, and assume that maybe I'm using now the little screen to cover, and that particular right there used to be my screen. That's the one I used to use many years ago. It was very small. Okay, and that's when we start with the journey on the home theater. And then after that, I said, well, actually, I think I need more progressive. Time went by. Um, and I said, well, I need to get something a little bit more better. All right. So what we did is we came down here. Let's show them here. And during time, we start building things up. This is the second section that we did 2 years on the home theater, which now I do in my room. It's a regular bedroom. All right. I got bed. Normally I got the bed on another side, but I got some visitors coming in. So that's the reason I put the bed right here. And what we use right here, this is called the M1 BMW speakers. Those speakers are awesome. They are real, very nice. Sound real nice. It's not very expensive. I'm not sure how much it costs today, but back then it was like $600-700 for speakers. Now maybe about $300 or so. All right. So what we did is this is another room that we start many years ago, and actually I have this is a I believe this is a 70-inch TV. I do have the screen. I still have. I think I got a 130-inch. Let's see if I can show you right here. I have a 130-inch right there. You see this one right here? This is a 235, 130. I think it's 130-inch screen. They're probably going to put in this room, and I do have the projector and everything. All right. So during years, I built those software, which is I think you have a video about making those 6-8-inch woofers on it, and what you see, that is my second little home theater that I used to have in my garage during time. So actually, I have pretty much the front, the three on the front, two on the side, and two in the back. Let me go and give you a round and see. Was my second home theater that I have in the garage many years ago. The reason I changed that out, took those out of there, because I used to have some speakers down there, the same M1 speaker, and I put it in my home theater now, which I show later on. So was back then what I used to use for my home theater, and of course I have a Marantz receiver up there. Okay, I got some amplifiers down here and some CD. Uh, pretty basic. And score. I have those big amplifiers for the woofers. And this is what we did many years ago. That center speaker we had down there, we're gonna take that out, and I'm gonna use as a center high in my home theater. And I do have the speaker right here on the bottom. That is gonna be my center speaker. I'll put it on later on. Okay, I'm reshaking all things up. So we start doing this one. This is what we used to have in my little garage many years ago, and now this is pretty much home theater. They don't have acoustic treatment and stuff like that, but it worked pretty good. And then during time, we continue with with my journey. And I said, well, I want to have some nice speakers and now sound in my room, in my master room. So I purchased this one, and this one is sitting in the little wood because I still got have to mount it properly. This is a 175-inch LG's TV, okay, and those are with the Focal speakers on it with a center channel and a two woofers on front. Then after that, I said let's continue this one. This is fun. So I put this one together. Sound awesome. Those Focal speakers is excellent sound, and it's good on my master room. So this is what we did on my master room, and continue my journey on this. All right. Let me go ahead and continue. This was a pretty good. Of course, this is a Marantz receiver I got there, and the receiver control everything. There's no amplification or anything here because it's built on the receiver itself. Okay, so we continue the journey and say, well, actually, this was pretty good for my master. So I put those Focal speakers down here. Okay, and I got the BMW down on the north side. Let's continue for the journey on the home theater. You see how it starts. I start with the Bose speakers and then continue with this. Then I went to another room and I got system all over the house. Okay, then this is very simple. This is a sound bar with a nice TV in there. Okay, and a nice woofer. So this is sound pretty good on another room, and it come out pretty good. I said, well, let's continue this one because I like music and I like to listen to music. I like to listen to appropriate movie with a nice acoustic sound. So that was my journey during time. Let's continue downstairs, and that's how we start many years ago on the journey on the home theater, and then coming down. All right. Then we have the little prayer room. And the little prayer room, I still have those little sound system right here. This is right here is the Bose with the speaker on here. That's what I use over here just for listening to some gospel music and stuff like that. And this is a nice relaxed place they are using in this area right here. And we call this one as the prayer room. And the reason we use that one, we're using every morning. And in the evening time, we come over here and we do some prayers and listen to some gospel music, very quiet in that room. Then continue right here. Let's see, on this journey. Then on this journey right here, we have another one. And I said, well, actually, we have now another room right here. And this one I'm using, I believe, is Eclipse speakers. And that was pretty nice. Those clips sound very awesome. It's very nice, very, very efficient. So I think it's a great sound. And what we did is this. We have, I forgot the branch of this one, but this receiver is a MMD receiver. Those receivers are awesome. It's very clean. Okay. Very nice. This receiver is very, very nice. Very clean. And we're using with the Eclipse speakers. Let me share the speakers. Okay. Those speakers have a little horn and a two driver on it. It's very, very nice system in this particular equipment. All right, and we have another one down on the top. And of course, I got the big LG. Well, actually on the wall looks small, but I believe this is a 65-inch LG speakers. I'm sorry, TV. and a 215, and each of the woofers right behind that have a plate amplifier on it. I believe this amplifier is somewhere about 800 watts each one. So each one have its own plate amplifier on it, and with the center speaker. And this is sound very interesting. So in the afternoon time, and we want to listen to news and stuff like that, this is a place that we sit down sometime here. And the journey continues and say, well, but I want something a little more. I think I want something a little more attractive. And I know I built a small home theater. Let me turn this on. I know I built a small home theater, which you saw with my M1 speaker that I got upstairs, which is a little home theater on it. I'm probably going to finish this one this year. And I said, well, I want more attractive. And my previous video, I tell you that we just purchased this home 2 years ago or so. And we built this little home theater outside. And then we continue the journey down here. And we say, well, we have something in the backyard. So when we sit down in the evening time, let me go and turn that. When we sit down in the evening time, I took the fire right now, but sometime I put it back on the winter time. So we have another TV right here with a little sound bar right in the backyard. And on the evening time and even in the morning when we eat breakfast, sometimes we sit over here and watching TV and watching the news and stuff like that. So we got this one right here. They got like little hands. You can move down, forward, back, side, and so far. So we got this little sound bar here. I believe my Bose speaker. It's a Bose speakers as well. And I have this little TV right here. I think this is maybe it's a 55, if I'm not mistaken, somewhere about 55 inch on that thing. And the junior continue. Let me go ahead and say, and we say, well, and buy another home, and I want to build something bigger. Okay, so we decide to buy the home, and we build a home theater. So I dedicated for the last 2 years building this home theater. Let me go inside, take my shoes out, and as you know, this is the home theater that we built during time, and this is what we have recent right now. Let me go ahead and turn the light on. Hey Google, turn on all light. Okay, Google, turn on the light on. Alrighty. So what we did right here, it was a little more sophisticated because I had to go to more detail, calibration, more. I need to learn more about calibration. I need to learn more about how to operate this home theater. Okay, and how to understand how things supposed to go. All right, because it's easy to put speakers left and right and woofers, but there have to be a lot of chemistry in here. You have to do a lot of research and learn, and sometimes you don't know things. A lot of things you don't know, so you have to learn, or you need to pay a company to do that. Like for me, on the proper calibration, stuff like that, I had to contract a company to calibrate this system. This is a little more sophisticated because it changed the whole board game. It's not your longer 2 speakers and couple of speakers. No, this is more. This is 11 speaker belay around. Actually, this is 12 speaker around it. We got 8 woofer in here, okay, and we have 4 Armor speakers on the top. So require a lot more sophisticated somebody with more knowledge. So I contract a company. This is a home theater company, and they come over here and calibrate my Anthem. It's also a dealer for Anthem, so they know very well how to calibrate all this system. And let's go ahead and go back to the system back again. I know probably has some video, but behind there, let me go and turn this around. Behind that screen that we have right there, we have right above, we got a high speakers. We got high speaker right there. Okay, let's see, but right on top, we got a speaker right there by Bose. I'll probably show you later on. It's behind the screen. And we have another one high right there. Then we got the JBL speakers right below that. And when we got the center, and we got the left. All right, those are 15-inch woofers right on the bottom. All right, behind that one, on the bottom of that, you can see I got another 15 right there and another 15 right there. Okay, right, continue with this one. On the left side and the right side, we have those B&W speakers. It's awesome. Those speakers about 5 inch. It's a dual 5 inch with a tweeter on it. And I have technically I have outside seven speakers, seven speaker B&W right around it. It go complete around. I'm gonna show you in a few minutes how is this it's done. You can see I have two right there, and we have one behind, and we have the N1 right in the center. And the reason I put that one in the center because I like to cover all the gap. Okay, we got a speaker on the corner. This is about 15.4 wide by 15.6, so it requires it separate those speakers. The speaker are kind of separated. So by using the center, I don't have no gap on the back here. And of course, if I look on another side, we have the same speakers right in there. So pretty much all the speakers, all the surround speakers are the same except the N1 on the back. Then after that, we have the Armor speaker right above. You can see it right there. You got the Armor speakers. Okay, like I showed in the video before, this room is about 12 foot high. All right, and those Armor speaker are setting about 8.5 high. So that's pretty good size for that. So we got another one down there. All right, and then continue with this one. Then we had to set what equipment we're gonna use here. So I decided to use Anthem as my main brain. And then I have a secondary amplifier, which I give you a little video before. That I use a secondary receiver. Actually, it's a preamp as well. And those preamp only running the high speakers, those high speakers, and the center speakers. I can put more channel. I got more channel to put more speaker, but I don't need it in this room. I think this room is perfect with all the 11 speakers we have here for 4 Ammos and 8 woofers is in here. And then continue with this one. Then I have those two processors running all the speakers and subwoofers. Then we have amplifiers to run each amplifiers. All the speaker that is sitting here running his own amplification. So I got enough amplification to run each speaker with his own personal amplification. Which I have the Marantz. I got the Marantz 8 channel. I got Marantz 5 channel, and I got Emotiva 3 channels and 2 channels Emotiva. That running all the speakers and Emo speakers in this room. And each woofers. Let me go ahead and take that out so you can see pretty much what I did. Each of these amplifier, like for instance, this amplifier right here is an 8 channel amplifier. And that channel amplifier is running all my Emo speakers, my high speakers, and also my rear center surround speaker on the back. Okay, then we have more amplification. So I got my Anthem receiver is the main brain. I explained that one before. Right on the bottom I have the 3 channel. Those 3 channels running my JBL speakers, and those JBL speakers are very sensitive, so it's not require a lot of power, and they sound very nice. Okay, then we have the 5 channel. That's 5 channel amplifier right here is running my 4 surrounds left and right speakers. Those running those down there. And on the back, which you have the 2 surround, it's running the 2 little Emotiva right there. That one is running my rear surround speaker. Okay, for the 2 woofers on the bottom, we have that speaker. This one right here, this is a Chrome. So that Chrome is running the 2 15s on the front. Pretty much this is in the way running, and of course every woofers down here is running a 2000 wattage amplification DSP. So pretty much this is what we have on the back. You can see I have two 18s. It's two 18s in each side, so I got 418 running 2000 wattage amplification on the back. And pretty much this is what we have. So you can see that start with a little Bose speakers. Then we continue with the N1 little speaker on it, and then we get all the way to these equipment. There is the good the home theater equipment that we have here. I'm not going to take the screen out, but I'm just going to show you how things is on the back down there. You can see those are the high speakers right there. And it's a nice speaker, believe me, it's a real nice speaker. You cannot see the whole thing, but you can see down there we got the woofer, the center, and then another corner we have all the speaker and another Bose down there. This is pretty packed down there. This is pretty packed down there that we have here. So this is what we have, and this is what the journey that we started a couple years ago, and we get to this point. Of course, you can see I did video what we did on the top. You can see I do the columns, and I put the 2x1 wood on top, and I'm using as acoustic, and it come out very good, very good. So pretty much this is what the journey we did on the last I think 2010. We started in about 2010, and pretty much this is what we accomplished during all this year, all the research, all the YouTube that we study, and pretty much this is what we have. And of course, like I explained before, that screen that we have here is 150 inch. That's a good size for the room. A lot of people say it's big. I think for me it's perfect. Right now I'm sitting approximately about 14 feet away from the screen, and that is pretty much very nice. You can be able to see. I don't have to look left and right just to see the context, because that side I think is perfect. It's sitting about, it's a little more than 14 feet when I'm sitting right in this particular moment. So that's pretty much. And on the front, the sitting area is sitting in about, I would say roughly about 7-8 feet from the screen. So it's not bad at all. You can, when you lay down, you can still see pretty much the everything. Even the screen is about 150. Still you can see, even sitting in the front, I still can be able to see very well the screen. Anyway, guys, this is a journey that we did for the last, I don't know, I would say more than 10 years. How I start, and I like it. It's a hobby that require time, require knowledge, and require also hands-on. All right, because if you try to do and pay someone to build a full home theater, it's probably going to cost you a lot of money. That's without even equipment, just the labor part. So it's good to learn how to do it themselves. Even the screen, I do it myself as well. The only thing I didn't purchase was that I didn't build was the speakers, but the woofers, all the woofers is built by myself. Okay, I build it except the JBL. The JBLs on front, no, I buy those many years ago. Those are designed for home theaters and stuff like that. So pretty much those woofers, I don't know if you can even buy in the store no more, but I had it for many years. And I used to have B&W speaker, which is on the one that you see for my high. It sounds real nice and very clean, but it changed completely the dynamic when I put those big 15 JBL system, the 3 on front. It will change complete the sound in the room. Okay, but anyway, guys, this is my little journey that we have here, and I hope you guys like it. Thank you very much for the comment, the positive comment that you did in my previous video. So at this point, thank you very much, and bye bye.